All right, hi guys. I just wanted to go over the homework, which is formative homework, which will also be a lead-in to your summative assessment. These, as you can see, are the problems I gave you today and yesterday. These are the rules that you graphed both with your bodies and in school. So in class, we took this rule here, 2x plus 1, and we popped it in and filled out the coordinates. And as you remember, you said, well, 2x plus 1 is going to be if x, this is our x's, all right, here's our in x's. If x is negative 6, that's going to be 2 times negative 6 plus 1. And this will be 2 times negative 5 plus 1. 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. Negative 12 plus 1 is negative 11. And you would put negative 11 here. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. Negative 10 plus 1 is negative 9, and so on. And you went through this whole thing, and we filled this out. And what you discovered is that we have these numbers here, and they are ascending by adding 2. Right? So they're ascending by adding 2. We see negative 11, negative 9, negative 7, negative 5, negative 3, negative 1, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. And then what I asked you to do is to write, well, to graph it and then to explain it. So this is the first part. The second part is to graph that. So here I just have a small graph, an x and y axis. So we have, just to recall, we have our x-axis on the horizontal line and the y-axis on the vertical line. All right? It must be very clear. Now, we can simply take these numbers and start plotting them in. Now, this x-axis only goes up to negative 4, so let's just start down here. We have negative 2 on the x, right here, and negative 3. And so negative 2 and negative 3 is right there. That's negative 2, negative 3, and they combine right here. If that's hard for you to understand, just think, here's negative 2 on the x-axis, and here is negative 3 on the y, and where they meet is where that so this is what we said in class. The pattern is growing by 2, and you can see it goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's growing by 2, and it crosses the y-axis at 1. Okay? That's what you guys said. Now we're going to do the same thing with all the other rules. I'm going to do number B again, because we did this in class, and this will be a review. All right, now if you recall in class, we did b equals negative 2x. This one right here. Okay, so in your graph, in your notebooks, you should have a table, an x and y table like this. And now we go in and we plug in what y equals when the rule is, so we have y equals negative 2 times whatever the x is. Here's an x. Does that look like an x? No, it does not look like an x. Here's an x. Okay? That's our rule. So let's just simply take all our x's here, all our x's right here that I've given you. Okay? I've given you our x's, and let's just plug them into this rule. So what I like to do is simply write out this rule like y equals negative 2, negative 2, negative 2. Okay, so you can see I'm just taking, I'm not going to do all these numbers just because our axis only goes up to 4. We just plug in our x values into each rule. Negative 2 times negative 3 is 6, and this is going to be negative, because that's a negative. That's going to be 4, this is going to be 2, this is going to be 0, and this is going to be negative 2, and so on and so on. Now we have our rules. So if I plug this in and put those numbers to where they were before, okay, and we can just do it in the y. We have when y is negative 2, when x is negative, when x is negative 3, y is going to be 6. When x is negative 2, y is going to be 4. When x is negative 1, y is going to be 2. X is 0, y is 0, and so on. And it's going up. As you found out before, I'm going to give you this document like this, excluding a graph, okay? I'm going to give you 5 rules like these, but different. And you will need to create a table, you will need to graph it, and you will need to explain it in writing. I hope that helps. Please take time to study this.